Mumbai, a city of dreams. Lakshmi, Parvati, and Durga scrubbed, swept, and emptied. Three invisible hands in the gleaming heart of India's financial district. They knew the rhythm of the trading floor better than their own heartbeats, the morning frenzy, the hushed whispers of profit and loss, the late-night despair and elation. Lakshmi, the eldest, possessed a sharp mind. Years of listening to stockbrokers brag had sown seeds of curiosity. Parvati, quick and resourceful, yearned for a life beyond mopping up spilled chai. Durga, the youngest, dreamt of sending her children to school, not to work. Their lives were tough, their dreams distant. Yet, hope flickered in their hearts. One evening, Lakshmi paused near a group of brokers. Their words, usually gibberish, suddenly made sense. "Deepak Metals," one said, his voice hushed. "By tomorrow. Big news coming." Lakshmi's heart pounded. Could this be their chance? She shared the tip with Parvati and Durga. A silent pact was made. The next morning, fear warred with excitement. They pooled their meager savings, a pittance in the stock market's eyes. Durga, her hand trembling, placed the order on her battered phone. A shared smartphone, their only window to the world of finance. Days turned into a week. The stock market, a capricious beast, danced to its own tune. Then Deepak Metals surged. The news hit, a government contract bigger than anyone anticipated. Their phones buzzed, the green numbers a symphony of hope. They sold, their initial investment multiplying threefold. It wasn't a fortune, not yet. But it was a start. Excitement crackled between them. They were no longer just cleaners, they were investors. They celebrated with a simple meal, their usual dal and roti tasting sweeter than ever. Their shared dream, once a distant murmur, was now a tangible goal. They devoured financial news, their hunger for knowledge insatiable. They learned the language of charts, the rhythm of the markets. Their initial win was just the beginning. They became shadows, their ears attuned to every conversation, every dropped hint on the trading floor. They learned to filter the noise, to identify valuable information. They studied late into the night, deciphering financial reports on Durga's phone. The world of balance sheets and profit margins, once alien, slowly began to make sense. Their investments grew bolder. They rode the waves of the market, their profits multiplying with each carefully chosen stock. Their lives, however, remained unchanged. They still cleaned, still scrubbed, still emptied bins. Their secret, their shield. Their families, used to their meager earnings, remained oblivious. They bought small gifts for their children, new clothes for their husbands, small indulgences that eased their guilt, their secret a burden they carried together. The trading floor became their classroom. They observed the brokers, their strategies, their successes and failures. They learned to read the subtle cues, the body language that betrayed a winning hand. Lakshmi, with her sharp memory, became adept at technical analysis, predicting market movements with uncanny accuracy. Parvati, ever resourceful, cultivated a network of informants. The chaiwala, the security guard, even the office peon, all became her unwitting sources of information. Durga, tech-savvy and quick-witted, mastered the art of online trading, navigating the digital world with ease. Their success, however, was a double-edged sword. The more they earned, the higher the stakes became. The fear of being discovered, of losing everything, was a constant shadow. Yet they persevered, their desire for a better life fueling their ambition. Section 5. The Big Score. One name echoed through the trading floor: Royal Orchid Hotels. A takeover bid was in the works, a closely guarded secret. The potential profits were astronomical. This was it. Their ticket to a life they could only dream of. But the risk was immense. If caught, they stood to lose everything, even their freedom. For days they debated, weighing the risks against the potential rewards. The lure of a life free from poverty, from the drudgery of their daily existence, was too strong to resist. They decided to go all in. This was their moment. They liquidated their holdings, pooling every rupee they had earned. The sum was substantial, a fortune to them, but a drop in the ocean of the stock market. Durga, her hand steady this time, placed the order. They watched the screen, their hearts pounding in unison. The wait was agonizing. Days turned into weeks. The pressure was immense. The whispers about Royal Orchid grew louder, the stock price fluctuating wildly. Doubt crept in. Had they made a mistake? Were they in over their heads? Then the news broke. The takeover was successful. Royal Orchid's stocks skyrocketed. Their phones buzzed, this time with life-changing sums. They had done it. They were millionaires. Their sudden wealth did not go unnoticed. The whispers started, first as rumors, then as accusations. The brokers, their faces contorted with envy, pointed fingers. An investigation was launched. The authorities, their suspicions aroused by the unlikely investors, started digging. The women, their dream on the verge of turning into a nightmare, knew they had to act fast. They had come too far to be caught now. They had tasted freedom, and there was no going back. They had to disappear, vanish from the world they knew. They had planned for this moment. Parvati, her network of informants proving invaluable, had arranged for new identities, new lives. They cashed out their earnings, converting them into untraceable assets. They left no trace, no forwarding address. One day they were there, the invisible cleaners. The next they were gone. The authorities arrived at their homes to find empty rooms, silent phones. The brokers, their accusations echoing in the empty trading floor, were left fuming. The women had vanished, leaving behind the life they had known, the life that had held them captive for so long. A small coastal town, thousands of miles away. 3 women, their faces no longer etched with hardship but glowing with contentment, stood on a sun-drenched beach. They had new names, new lives. They were business owners now, their past a distant memory. Lakshmi, her sharp mind now focused on balance sheets and marketing plans, ran a successful chain of tea shops. Parvati, her resourcefulness finding a new outlet, managed a thriving seafood restaurant. Durga, her children finally in school, oversaw a small but profitable handicraft export business. They had escaped the clutches of poverty, the drudgery of their existence. They had beaten the odds, outsmarted the system. They were proof that even in the face of adversity, even in the heart of the concrete jungle, hope could bloom. They were the invisible hands that had grasped their destiny and emerged victorious.